Hey everybody, this is Lewis the Savant here, aka Rozzy the Zemi, aka Lewis, just regularly Zemi. Goddamn. Uh, one of my followers, just another Jalen. Follow him. He takes cool ass pics. Amazing ass pics, honestly. He acts. He's still in his research stage of the whole cryptocurrency thing, of course, understandable, and he's trying to understand the do's and don'ts as far as investing in the cryptocurrency and what are some early challenges to accept. So, some of the do's and don'ts I would say are primarily equivalent straight up to forex and the stock market. Um, if you don't have the money, then you shouldn't be investing. Like if you don't have like if it's your last 200, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't got like no other type of income coming in, you probably shouldn't be investing because like your ROI or return on investment is definitely I believe that's the correct term. But it definitely could vary. Like you could probably make that 200 into 400 within 3 months, or you just shit at investing and like what you initially invested that 200 in doesn't really get you anywhere. So do's and don'ts, I would say primarily the do's, research. Always do your own research because the more you know about that coin and how it can be utilized and its usability, then the more confidence you instill in yourself for that investment. Makes sense. Don'ts, like I said, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. But I would say, even if it drops down, so let's say you invested and that shit goes red, I would say just hold it because you don't know if that shit's just red for the moment or red for that day. It may be red for that week. And then, especially with cryptocurrency, because it is volatile, because it is in its younger stages, um, that shit could pop up the next week and you can make a quick 10% off that 200, which I believe is 20 bucks. So it's definitely better than nothing. And don'ts, I would say a big one is like don't have your emotions involved with investing. If you emotionally invest, you are guaranteed and statistically to lose money over time. So definitely anytime you invest 100 or like $10, $5, treat it like the acorn that like just in your mind, keep that money that you've invested as money spent, as if you already just spent that money at the grocery store, and just leave it in there. Especially because cryptocurrency is still in its I wouldn't say it's infancy anymore. It's more in its toddler stages, and it still has time to grow to where you can make a substantial return off of it, but just count it as money spent. My trading technique personally is just hodling. Like all I do is just hold. I buy, I hold. Okay, cool. It'll go up. And just making sure you keep an eye on it. Like maybe once a day. Well, as long as it's not a bull market, once a day, just go ahead, check at it. Look in the Coinbase app, see where it's at, and if you haven't seen the chart patterns that I posted or screenshot of the chart patterns that I posted on my story, let me know. I will send you those chart patterns. That way you can be able to study. Because once you get a good idea of when to buy and when to sell and how these chart patterns, um, just being able to read them will give you so much leverage upon like taking that quick glance that you do look at Coinbase throughout the day and be able to make a determination between the fact that, all right, well, it looks like it's about to go down, so I'm going to go ahead and take out. That way, when it's at a lower position, I can buy back in and get more coins for the amount of money that I just had. So when it does spike back up, you do get an increase in profit. Um, I would say that's the basis of do's and don'ts in that I could go off of at the top of my head. And some early challenges. I like Bitcoin or cryptocurrency's volatility mainly because when something's volatile, that means the frequency of it hitting its highs and lows is more common than it is in the stock market. Or, well, I've never Forex traded, but or that it is in Forex. I'm assuming. Don't quote me on that. But that just gives you more, because of the frequency of it hitting its highs and lows, because of the volatility, makes me think, all right, cool. Well, as long as the better I get attuning to this market and being able to read these signs will give me the leverage I need in the long run to be able to understand, all right, cool. Well, it's making this move. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sell now. It dipped down. All right, I'm going to buy back in, and now it popped back up. I just made money. So some of the early challenges is probably getting used to cryptocurrency's volatility and really just understanding the market. For any beginner, I would highly recommend you just buy, see what the coin does, do your own research, and just watch and have an understanding. And over the next couple of weeks, granted it's a bull market, but start getting an eye for developing a pattern upon which big coin is doing what and which smaller coin is doing what, and also keeping an eye on the news. So I hope that answers some of your questions, Jalen, upon the do's and don'ts and early challenges to accept. I mean, bro, like one of the basic things in life, early challenge to accept, taking L's, but that's where you learn your lessons. And I would often say taking L's is better than getting W's, because now not only everybody knows what it's like to get a W, shit, you ain't got shit to worry about really after you get the W, but after you take that L, you know both sides of the story. You know how it is to win and you know how it is to lose. So now you just got more information upon how you lost, which makes you better off to go ahead and get the W the next time around, or even the next time around. So that is it for this video. Y'all have a good day, and I appreciate you.